As we grow older, our bodies naturally go through a wide array of changes, physically, mentally, and emotionally. One of the most subtle yet significant transformations occurs in our sleep. While we may have once drifted off to sleep easily and enjoyed deep, uninterrupted rest, those same patterns often begin to shift after the age of 60. Falling asleep may take longer. Staying asleep can become more difficult, and waking up feeling refreshed may feel like a thing of the past. It's common to chalk these changes up to just getting older, assuming that restlessness and nighttime awakenings are inevitable parts of aging. But poor sleep in later life is far more than an inconvenience. It can quietly and gradually undermine our health, leaving us feeling drained, mentally foggy, and more vulnerable to illness and injury. What makes matters worse is that many older adults unknowingly adopt certain sleep habits that further disrupt their sleep, often in an effort to get better rest. These habits may seem harmless or even helpful at first glance, but they can sabotage sleep quality and leave you stuck in a cycle of fatigue. The good news is that recognizing these habits and replacing them with healthier alternatives can be life-changing. In this guide, we'll explore 5 of the most harmful sleep habits that adults over 60 often fall into and show you how even small, intentional changes can lead to dramatic improvements in your sleep and in your overall quality of life. 1. Poor sleeping. Posture. The hidden threat to breathing and rest among the most damaging yet frequently overlooked habits is sleeping in a poor position, especially flat on your back without proper support for your head, neck, and spine. It may seem like a restful posture, and in some cases it might be, but for many seniors, sleeping flat on the back can lead to real problems. Why? Because when you lie flat, the tongue and soft tissues in the throat tend to collapse backward, especially if muscle tone has weakened with age. This can partially block the airway, reducing airflow during sleep. For individuals with undiagnosed sleep apnea or existing breathing difficulties, this can be especially dangerous, leading to poor oxygen delivery throughout the night. Over time, reduced oxygen levels can lead to restless sleep, snoring, frequent awakenings, elevated blood pressure, and increased risk of cardiovascular events like stroke and heart attack. But the damage doesn't stop there. Poor head and neck support can strain muscles and nerves, leading to chronic neck or shoulder pain, headaches, and stiffness that lingers into the daytime. Fortunately, the solution is often simple: using a wedge pillow or elevating the head slightly with a supportive, ergonomic pillow can dramatically improve airflow and reduce physical strain. Some older adults even find that switching to side sleeping helps keep the airway open and improve circulation. It's a small adjustment, but the benefits can be profound, often felt within just a few nights. 2. Irregular sleep schedules. When freedom disrupts your rhythm, another critical mistake many older adults make is letting go of a regular sleep schedule. After retirement, it's tempting to let your internal clock drift, sleeping in when you feel like it, staying up later than usual to watch TV or read. And while this flexibility can feel liberating, it can also throw your body's internal clock completely off balance. The circadian rhythm, which is responsible for regulating sleep, digestion, hormone production, and even immune function, relies heavily on consistency. When sleep and wake times vary day to day, the body struggles to maintain a healthy rhythm. This confusion can result in difficulty falling asleep, frequent nighttime awakenings, and groggy, unproductive mornings. Worse yet, it can affect mood, memory, appetite, and energy levels. It becomes a frustrating cycle: sleep poorly at night, nap during the day, and find it even harder to sleep the following evening. The best antidote? Establish a consistent routine. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends or days when you don't need to. Over time, this rhythm helps train your brain and body to fall asleep more easily and stay asleep longer. Add calming bedtime rituals like dimming the lights, drinking herbal tea, or listening to soft music, and you reinforce this signal to your body that it's time to rest. 3. The nap trap. When a quick snooze turns into a sleep cycle saboteur daytime, napping, while often well-intentioned, can be a double-edged sword. It's easy to see the appeal: a comfortable chair, a moment of quiet, and a body that feels tired after lunch. Many seniors assume that naps help catch up on lost sleep, but they often have the opposite effect. Long or late-day naps reduce sleep pressure, the biological drive that helps you fall asleep at night. This can lead to delayed bedtimes, difficulty falling asleep, or lighter, more fragmented sleep. Some older adults fall into a cycle where nighttime sleep becomes so disrupted that daytime napping replaces deep restorative rest. While napping isn't inherently bad, the key lies in moderation. If you must nap, aim for no more than 20 to 30 minutes, and try to do it before 3 p.m. Short naps can boost alertness and energy without interfering with nighttime sleep. Set an alarm, nap in a moderately lit room, and avoid overly cozy environments, like your bed, so your brain doesn't think it's bedtime. With these tweaks, napping can support your health rather than sabotage it. Point 4. Screen time before bed. The digital dilemma in our modern world. Screen exposure has quietly become one of the biggest enemies of good sleep. Watching TV in bed, scrolling through social media, or reading on a tablet may seem like harmless ways to unwind, but they interfere with your body's ability to prepare for rest. These screens emit blue light, which tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime. This delays the production of melatonin, the hormone that signals it's time to sleep. As melatonin levels drop, it becomes harder to fall asleep and stay asleep. For seniors, this effect is even more pronounced, because the natural production of melatonin already tends to decline with age. So even moderate screen exposure in the evening can lead to tossing and turning. What's the alternative? Create a digital sunset. Turn off screens at least an hour before bedtime. Replace them with relaxing, screen-free activities. Read a physical book, listen to an audiobook, practice deep breathing or meditation, or write in a gratitude journal. Dimming the lights and reducing noise in your environment also signals to your body that the day is winding down. These changes may seem small, but they can create a powerful sleep-inducing effect over time. 5. Hidden stimulants. How caffeine and sugar steal your sleep. Many older adults don't realize just how long caffeine and other stimulants can linger in the body, especially as metabolism slows with age. While that cup of coffee in the morning may seem harmless, caffeine from afternoon tea, chocolate, soda, or even decaf beverages can still interfere with sleep hours later. Some medications, including pain relievers and cold remedies, also contain caffeine or other stimulating compounds. Add to that the sugary snacks many enjoy after dinner, and you've created a recipe for restless nights. Caffeine can delay the onset of sleep, reduce the amount of deep sleep, and increase nighttime awakenings. Sugar spikes can also lead to energy crashes and nighttime hunger, further disrupting your rest. To avoid this trap, cut off caffeine by early afternoon, ideally before 2 p.m. Switch to herbal teas like chamomile, valerian root, or lemon balm, which can promote relaxation and support better sleep. Choose evening snacks wisely. Opt for light, protein-rich options like a banana with peanut butter, a few almonds, or warm milk, which can help support sleep without overstimulating the body. The high price of poor sleep, a wake-up call sleep, is not just a passive state, it's an essential process your body uses to restore, repair, and rejuvenate. Chronic sleep deprivation can weaken the immune system, raise the risk of heart disease and stroke, contribute to insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes, and accelerate cognitive decline, including memory loss and dementia. It can also exacerbate anxiety, depression, and mood swings. Poor sleep affects balance, coordination, and reaction time, increasing the risk of falls and injury, which are already major health concerns for older adults. Sleep impacts every system in the body: brain, heart, metabolism, immunity, and even emotional well-being. That's why prioritizing sleep is one of the most important and proactive steps you can take to safeguard your health. Independence and longevity. Hope through habit change, real stories, real results, the good news. These issues are not irreversible. In fact, many seniors have found that even small changes can make a big difference. One woman in her late 60s replaced her worn-out pillow with a supportive orthopedic one and began sleeping on her side. Within days, her snoring reduced and she woke up without the neck pain she'd battled for years. A retired teacher turned off her TV 90 minutes before bed, replaced evening news with calming music, and began journaling before sleep. Her frequent nighttime awakenings diminished significantly. Another senior stopped drinking green tea after 3 p.m. and replaced it with warm, unsweetened almond milk. This simple shift helped him fall asleep faster and reduce the number of times he woke up during the night. These stories aren't rare. They're examples of how conscious choices lead to real results. You deserve restful, restorative sleep. Every night's sleep after 60 isn't a luxury. It's a foundation for your energy, memory, mobility, mood, and more. The road to better sleep doesn't require expensive gadgets or drastic changes. It starts with awareness and continues with small, consistent shifts. Evaluate your current habits. Are you going to bed at different times each night? Using screens too late? Having caffeine with dinner? These may be the culprits behind your restless nights. Tonight, make one change. Just one, then another tomorrow. Bit by bit, you can rebuild the kind of sleep that restores you, that helps you. Wake up not just to get through the day, but to enjoy it. Because after 60, every day and every night of rest matters more than ever.